Welcome to the Triple Play Talk Show. We're going to be talking about notable injuries so far throughout the season. Quite a few guys that we need to talk about, some big names. But first, I'm Nate Olson.
I'm Grayson Sabias.
And I'm James Grove.
Well, let's start off with a huge name and a huge blow to a team that is looking to win it all this year. Adam Wainwright, St. Louis Cardinals, out for the season with a torn Achilles, which sparked a kind of debate about whether or not the National League should adopt a DH rule, which we will get into in a later video.
Make sure to check it out.
But, how does this affect the St. Louis Cardinals? Are they going to go out and get more pitching, maybe a Cole Hamels or, somebody else? Are they going to come, they're going to look within and find somebody else that's going to replace, not replace the guy, but, they got to have somebody in that rotation.
Man, their farm system is so deep.
Yeah.
They're going to go down. They're going to find someone. I mean, just like Carlos Martinez. He
Yeah.
stepped in this year who they weren't really sure about, and he's just been crazy good. So they're going to find someone, but that is still a huge blow to lose a Cy Young pitcher like Adam Wainwright.
It's May 1st, okay? It's May 1st, and they have the best record in baseball right now, so they don't have anything to worry about as of right now. You just lost the ace in your staff.
Yeah.
And yes, you didn't even lose him to a pitching injury. You lost him running out of the box.
Yep.
But they'll be okay. They're the St. Louis Cardinals, man. They win. They just win.
Another option is Jaime Garcia, who has kind of been off the radar a little bit just because he's battled injuries as well. He's been up and down the last 2 or 3 years, but I think that's a good guy to go at the bottom of the rotation.
He can eat up a lot of innings.
Yeah.
Quality.
I think they'll be all right without Wainwright, but that's such that's a big blow, man. Just losing a big name like that.
Speaking of eating a lot of innings, Brandon McCarthy.
Los Angeles Dodgers.
He pitched 200 innings last year, and he's out for the season now with a UCL tear. Nate, what do you think about that?
Man, I'm high on the Dodgers, and I think he was a really, really good sign for the Dodgers this offseason. I thought
4 years, $48 million.
Yeah, you don't sign a guy to that kind of money unless you think he's going to do some good for your ball club. And whenever you lose a guy for the season, that's also a big blow in their rotation. Yeah, they've got the guys to replace him, but man, that's a big blow to the Dodgers. James, what do you think about McCarthy?
I don't think it's a big blow. They've got Kershaw and Greinke anchoring the staff. They've got other guys that can plug into that spot. I mean, obviously he's a good pitcher, but I don't think it's a big blow to them. We'll be fine without him.
It's not necessarily about the starting pitching. I think it's more about their bullpen.
Yeah.
He is an inning eater, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Another Dodger injury, Carl Crawford. He's
And
out.
Puig,
And Puig.
both.
Crawford out for a few weeks, possibly with a torn oblique, which cuts a little bit of speed out of their lineup. And then Puig, what's he got?
Left hamstring strain.
Left hamstring.
And they put him on the 26th. They had him on the DL. And they said he should be able to come off immediately once the 15-day DL is off. But when you lose two outfielders, they've had a deep outfield for the last couple of years, which is that's helping them now. But it still hurts when you lose two of your starters.
With Crawford though, I don't really think. He's still relevant, but I don't think it's that big of a blow to their offense. Just because they are stacked in the outfield, they've still got speed.
Easier can plug in there.
Yeah, exactly. He's the one that came in for Puig the other night.
Dude, the Dodgers are fine, man.
Oh yeah.
Talk about a logjam in their outfield, dude. They got a lot of people.
Puig, man, he's on 15.
They even had to get rid of Kemp.
Yeah, they got rid of Kemp, and they still got a logjam. Why don't they start, transitioning those guys to pitchers since they got pitchers going nowadays? So, let's see. Let's talk about another one, man. Houston, Jed Lowry, who is possibly out for the All-Star break, or until the All-Star break. With he has a torn ligament in his thumb, I believe, and he's having surgery for it. I don't know if he has yet or not, but what does that do to the Astros?
It's going to make the Astros better when he comes back. The Astros are already they're off to a hot start, and they're having a great beginning of the year. But when Jed Lowry comes back, I think that offense will be more consistent.
Yeah.
And I think that'll help George Springer in particularly. Because I think they're going to plug Lowry right in front of Springer, which will help him get more bombs than we're expecting him to get.
By the way, Grayson, I'm really glad that you finally got some input there. I know we kind of shut you out there for the first two topics, but what about Correa, man? With Lowry going out, is Correa are they gonna put him on the fast track to the MLB to possibly get him in there and get some at bats going, or what?
I think it'll be exciting to see.
Yeah. He's an exciting player.
If they bring him up, I think it'll be exciting. We'll have to see how it goes, but
I think I have to wait till July.
July.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
And then what about Ben Zobrist going out for the A's? I mean, he's probably their best offensive player there. So
You think he's the best offensive player?
I think he's the best offensive player on that team right now.
Shots fired. I don't know, man.
Although Stephen Vogt, their catcher, he's been
fine.
lighting it up, and Simeon. I'll give you that.
They're gonna miss Zobrist, but it's not that big.
I mean, it's already a weak lineup though. When you lose a guy like Zobrist who provides power and average,
They're getting last in the division.
just saying,
Last
still a big
division.
blow.
Last in the division.
All right.
It's kind of like Luke Roy, man.
I was about to say Luke Roy.
He's on a DL. Milwaukee's getting last in the division probably. So,
Luke Roy.
dude, I'm high on
That's a
Luke
big
Roy.
blow. I
It
mean,
is.
because it hurts their pitching staff too.
Yeah, dude, he's a stud, man. I'm huge on him.
Didn't you have him as your most exciting player to watch this season?
I did, and he still can. I mean, he had such a great year last year. I have such high expectations for him.
I thought he was gonna start the All-Star game. Or did he start the All-Star? I don't think he did.
No, he did. I don't think.
He was really close. It was really hopeful.
But he played. He played a great year last year. So
Yeah.
he had a great year.
It was impressive. You
And
guys
I
named
think
him,
he will come back.
I did too.
Yeah.
And I think that the Brewers will get better than they are right now. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
And Jose Reyes.
let's talk about Jose
Jose
Reyes.
Reyes,
Let's talk about Jose Reyes.
Right now, Toronto, they need that shortstop there, and he is one of the best in the American League. And so I feel like that's a pretty big blow to them. Although it's not surprising. You expect him to go down on the DL a couple of times during the year, but I mean, it still hurts when you lose him.
Yeah. See, you expect him to go down every single year. It's just a consistent thing. If the guy could stay healthy, I would agree with you that he is one of the best shortstops in the game. But he can't stay healthy. So I don't know, man.
Dude, Jose Reyes, man, he gets on base. He steals bases. He's
A little bit of pop.
Dude, he's got a little bit of pop to him. But what makes him makes him a good shortstop, is that he gets into scoring position so easily.
Stolen bases.
Speed demon.
And that's why, like, a guy like Josh Donaldson, even Travis now, like, those guys that they need Jose Reyes, and Toronto is going to be lost without him. So he's a huge piece in that offense. And yes, he gets hurt all the time, but if he plays, I mean, even 120 games, that's how many more games is they're gonna win with him in the lineup versus the alternative.
Right, because he does good whenever he is in the lineup. I would agree that. Yes.
He's one of those guys I enjoy watching. So
We got one more really notable injury, who we kind of expected just because of the whole Tommy John talk and all that. The Yankees, Masahiro Tanaka, forearm strain, again, 15-day DL. This doesn't really surprise a lot of people. Doesn't surprise me. It's just going to be it's going to be tough for him to come back. Unless he has a Tommy John surgery, I think it's going to be tough for him.
I'm going to go ahead and say that at the beginning of the year, I wasn't really sure. But I bet he's going to end up getting Tommy John before the year's over.
Yeah, I think so too. He's going to go down again.
I mean, I said it in a previous video. He should have had the Tommy John.
Yep.
It's going to affect him pitching. He starts to compromise his pitching, not put as much stress on his elbow, and then that hurts his forearm, and then that's just going to keep on happening. Other injuries are going to occur if you're trying to compensate for what's not there in the elbow.
He's not the same guy he could be because he just didn't get the Tommy John. So, I mean, I think he's going to eventually get it.
He's doing more harm than good right
Mhm.
now. I got a little twist right now for you. I'm just kind of throwing in here. Out of these guys that we got that's out for a significant amount of time, even the guys that are out for the season, let's see, Tanaka, 15-day deal or a month. They're saying he's going to be out for a month. Lowry, Crawford, even McCarthy. Which one of these guys right now that's out for a significant amount of time is going to have the biggest impact on the team whenever they return from the DL? What do y'all think? I know it's a little tough when you got to think about it for a second. Y'all weren't expecting this.
I'm going to go and say Lowry.
Lowry? Yeah.
And I say Lowry because of the same points I made earlier. Well, Houston has had a hot start. I think that if they want to even be relevant for the whole season, they're going to need guys like Lowry and Springer, and they're going to need their pitching staff to be great.
Yeah.
So the pitching staff can only do so much. If their offense stinks, then it doesn't matter. But I think if Lowry is good and he plays well, Springer will play well, and then you got Altuve. So I mean, that's three guys that can make you somewhat relevant, and I think that could be the most important player of the bunch.
The only reason I would disagree with that is because have to see if Correa comes up how he plays.
Right.
Because he has the upside of being a fantastic shortstop. If he outplays Lowry, then you're not going to miss Lowry that much. That's the only reason, but I do agree Lowry is a big anchor for that offense.
They're going to put Lowry somewhere in that offense.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
They'll find a place to put him, even if they bring him Correa.
The guy who I think is going to make the biggest impact is actually not what you mentioned, Lucroy. I don't think the Brewers are going anywhere, but I feel like one, it hurts their pitching staff to have such a good catcher back there. They need him back there, and he's a good offensive player. I think he's going to have the biggest impact out of the guys that were injured.
Well, I mean, my obvious pick, Wainwright, yeah. Obviously, that's my pick, but I'm going to go with another pick as well. I'm going to go with Grayson and say Jed Lowry. I mean, they really need him in that lineup. I mean, I still think y'all are completely right about the Correa situation and everything. I mean, it's going to be, if he plays well, I still think they're going to put Lowry over him just because he's a rookie. But I think Lowry is going to be the biggest piece that the Astros really need to have a really good season. I mean, y'all pretty much said it all, so. All right, well, that's it for today. That's the notable injuries as of late. We will probably do a update video at the end of next month to let y'all know how some of these injuries have played out and everything else that you need to know. So if you have any questions, you can tweet us at the Triple Play 3. You can ask us on Facebook at the Triple Play, or you can add them in the comments below right here on YouTube. Thanks for watching us. I'm Nate Olson.
I'm Grayson Sabias.
And I'm James Grove.
Thanks, guys.
All right.